Well, well, well. Welcome, 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 welcome. And I would like to say, you know what I mean? Definitely. What is it? Is it a happy Wednesday? What are we doing? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Monday? You know what I mean? We definitely. Today is going to be the conclusion. Like I said, the conclusion of what is a day one. You know what I mean? Definitely. And what does it take? Oh, I feel you. I ain't even mad at you. I am not even mad. So I guess we're gonna be doing this freestyle tonight because I'm definitely not gonna take the time to deal with that. I will definitely say, you know what I mean? Happy Wednesday. You know what I mean? What is it? Is it Hump Wednesday? You know what I'm saying? Where's the camel? I mean, where is the camel? You know what I mean? That's all I'm asking because I come from a different time. The camel with Camel cigarettes is a beautiful thing, but I think I better fix this because I definitely need my hands to do other things. Okay, cool. There we go. Simple fix, simple fix, simple fix, simple fix. There we go. And I'm gonna give y'all a big for dealing me with that, because I definitely will get this situation handled. You know what I mean? And like I said, definitely welcome to 1438 North Ninth, the podcast. And I'm definitely your voice of choice. You know what I'm saying? Conversation. You know what I'm saying? My name is Michael Coates, but my friends call me Michael, or conversation. You know what I'm saying? Or Big Mizzle, you know what I'm saying? Or Big Hiller, Big Rilla. It is what it is. Big Hill, sorry. You know what I mean? And I definitely want to give a shout out to my brother Brian Fitzgerald Coates, who's definitely, living on the other side of life. And what I mean by that is, my brother passed and he ascended, into the heavens and to the stars and the universe. And, definitely his energy may have left the earth in a bodily form, except for it definitely lives within brother. You know what I'm saying? Michael Maurice Coates, because his name was Brian Fitzgerald Coates. And definitely I would like to say hello. Definitely my energy has changed. You know what I mean? So definitely, if you're on Facebook, definitely send your man some stars. If you're on Instagram, definitely send your man some stars. And if you're on YouTube, definitely become a subscriber, send your man some stars and listen to what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? I'm a street talking motivational speaker. Everything that I lived, I've been through or I've seen. You know what I mean? I've lived my life 3, 5, 6, 7 times. I am Assassin's Creed. You know what I mean? So definitely we're gonna say what? I'm definitely Assassin's Creed. What are you, Mike? I'm definitely Assassin's Creed. Like I said, everything moves in numbers and threes and things like that. And today is the conclusion of day one. What does it take to be a day one? How do you stay at day one? Do you have to realign yourself with the day one? Like my friend, Blade said, he said, Mike, I got to get to know you again. So, like I told him, when I come to a store, I got to spend a couple hundred. I got to spend at least 3 to 600 to show my man that I'm gonna support his struggle and that I'm gonna buy his clothes because he got some fly ass clothes up in Cicero, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And definitely when I go, I'm definitely doing a podcast from the store. Because my man gonna get me right. And they got tailor made. They got tailors on the scene. They got tailors on the scene. So Blade Luckett, I will be in Cicero this weekend, baby. Because you got to get me dressed. You know, and that's how you take care of your friends, ones that are moving in the same realm that you moving in. Even with In the Lab podcast, even though my man Woody is not moving like I need him to move, but I'm still gonna give him love, because he gonna learn what to do to move like he need to move to make this a collective. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to In the Lab podcast. Woody, you need to start moving to make it a collective. You understand? It's hillside or nothing. You know what I'm saying? No human checked. You know what I'm saying? So make the trifecta trifect. You know what I mean? And stop moving on your own accord, like I said. You know what I mean? Big Hillside talking to you, Big Michael Coates. You know what I'm saying? Brian Fitzgerald Coates, brother coming at you. You know what I'm saying? 1438 North 9 is the podcast, and it's a Hillside production, baby. Don't I look good with all this gold teeth talking to you? A man with a master plan telling it to you how it should be. A black man telling a black man's story. You know what I mean? So share my information with your friends. I need 6 million in less than 3 years. I'm GD. I am GD. So I need that. So I'm talking to everybody, lords, all that. You know what I'm saying? All my shades of blue, all my skies. You know what I mean? I'm an Aries, so I'm gonna speak with that fire. So today is a turning point in the podcast, in the subscription, in everything that I'm doing. Because the reason why I'm laying this out, because what I'm saying, I'm going behind the veil of the 70s babies. I'm Gen X, cross generational specialist. And I want to give a shout out to my girl, what I'm saying, knock knock to knock. What I'm saying? I love you for that. Definitely, I describe myself as that, seeing the experiences that I've seen and relaying them in a way that if you're going through anything, then you should say something. Anything that I say that strikes a chord, or move to action. Get up off your feet, move your ass, move that body, and get and do what you need to do. Because every experience that I've experienced, I now understand that it was for me to go through, because I am one of the strongest people. Like I said again, I am one of the strongest people. So being able to carry that load and being able to communicate that with anybody out there right now that's going through anything that I put up, as far as any type of emotional abuse, sexual abuse, any type of grooming, or anything, anything that does not make you feel like you, speak up. If somebody don't hear you, somebody gonna hear you. You know what I mean? And I'm definitely, for every experience that I went through, I'm putting it out there. If you one of them people that made me have a skeleton in my closet, you should be scared. You should be scared. You should be scared, because I was telling, and I don't care, what it strips me of, or what people can say, because the world can be mean. So I'm putting myself on the skewer, stick it all the way through the anus, all the way up to the brain, to the cerebral development. And I appreciate you for that. And I definitely love you. And notice how the man is getting brolic again. The man is getting brolic. The man is getting brolic. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely want to give a kiss out to, any and everybody, what I'm saying, out there. And what was I not on live? I'm on live on YouTube. I'm on live on Instagram. Was I not on live on Facebook? You know what I'm saying? And definitely, we want to welcome all our Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube users and subscribers. You know what I'm saying? Most definitely, Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. through 7 p.m. I am definitely going live with experiences and situations that I'm going through. Because I will say this though, one thing about this podcast is therapeutic, because I am cleaning everything out that I thought that made me strong, or that made me impenetrable. It also made me weak. It also made me weak. It also made me not confident. It also made me second guess myself, and always procrastinate. One thing about procrastination, you know what I mean? Before I get into these, what I'm saying, dirty day ones, you understand me, dig me? You know what I mean? One thing about procrastination, and I am a person who has been through procrastination because of the way I was treated and felt. I never felt like I was smart enough. I never felt like, I was the communicate, or put things forward in a sentence, things like that. And I want to give a shout out to all the people from Hillside Projects that always walk up to me and tell me that they love me and tell me that I'm able to communicate our story across these airwaves. I'm not just doing this to do this. Yes, this will lift my feet off the ground. Yes, I am looking for financial absolution to give myself up to the world. Yes, I will peel myself open. Is it pretty? No. Is it going to be fundamental? No. Is it what I'm looking for? Hell no. I can only be honest, you know? And that's what's going to make me a motherfucking hit. I'm not giving myself up to the world or Hollywood to be penetrated, or or dominated or taking my story, selling it to somebody else. My story is my story. The people that I grew up with, the people that I seen die, the people that I seen live, the people that I seen, benefit of communication, education, the people that I do see that love. Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a person that believes in monogamy. I'm a person that believes that love is love. And whoever you love or want to have experiences with, you should. They probably got a word for it. I don't think I know the damn word. But I will say this though. I'm definitely not letting nobody touch me like in a domination point of view. I'm the top. I'm never a bottom. I always know that, you know. And no matter what experiences I give you, hell yeah, I'm a community player, baby. I done had pimping in my life. No, no, hey, no, hey, no one understand. No one understand. It's a beautiful thing to share. Whether it's couples, whether it's singles, whether you like to mingle, and you know what? And when you get grown, you like your ice cream and your cake how you want it. Talk to me. Let me tell you something. I am a street talking motivational speaker. My name is Michael Maurice Coates. I'm just telling y'all what I've been through and how I put it into situations where I can communicate it in a episodal type form. Times are different. I grew up in a time where we didn't have phones, and the course of tonight is about day ones. Except for I'm in one of those modes where I'm giving you who I am, and if you can use your mind space, get off your goddamn phone, or if you're on your goddamn phone, then listen. Like I said, I started this page to give up part of me, and most of the time I'm talking fast, and I'm just talking. Tonight, I'm gonna talk to you slow, and it might seem fast, and this is on all three platforms. You know, coming up and growing up with people that you never knew thought that would become your backbone is amazing. One thing I love about being from the streets is that it wasn't accepted, is that the streets was like slavery to white America. There's so much acceptance now, except for when I was growing up, there was no acceptance. If you were white, you were right. If you were black, you were white. If you were poor and lived in a community where everybody shared everything, you didn't realize you was poor because of the music, because of the way you was treated, because all your friends, were on the same level that you on, because y'all shared food or y'all had a common sense of value or ground, you know? And That's where day ones come from. When you running around the projects and you jumping on, filthy mattresses that got pee on them, and Brother Brian, Sammy, Gary, all them, Lil Steve, Dexter, all them, Lil Tommy. Lil Tommy, one thing about Lil Tommy, his mama sent him, down to the tumblers. Lil Tommy and y'all don't know who Poochie is, but he looked like LL Cool J, you know? And it was like 10 pissy mattresses with box springs sitting out there. And my brother and them, they be out there doing noonies. I don't know if y'all know what a noonie is. A noonie is a frontward flip. You run and you do a frontward flip and you land on your feet. I was always scared to do flips. I was scared of everything. I was scared of life. I was scared of fighting. I was scared of people. I was scared of my ghost. I was scared of everything. And just being honest, you know, Michael Coates is one of the most sensitive, most loving and caring men that you can ever run into, except for I've been made into what you see. I've been made into what you see. But my socio-economic system that I was ushered in, I was definitely part of go to Netflix 13 and you'll see how how does white America coming of age, how is their coming of age going to college, and having a 4-year experience? And our experience is going from high school to the police station to the court to the penitentiary and back on the streets as a convicted felon with no rights and no voting rights. And how are we supposed to get ahead with our peers who have done 4 years in college and we've been locked up repeatedly for parole violations, for wanting to live, for wanting to be better than we were? Yeah, I'm in it tonight. Ain't gonna be no cheers, no laughs. So day one's from when you scared to fight and you made to fight. And once you start fighting, you start liking it. And then you start to think strategically because you can't beat everybody. You can only beat those that stand in front of you and knock them down and make them invisible and make them wish they never stood in front of you. Because that was the situation. Or you young and you go over so and so house or so and so cousin house to watch them and they doing mean things to you, which I'll talk to you about other episodes. So day ones go through elementary with you. They go through middle school with you. They go through high school with you. When your mama beats you to the point where you can't stand up, your day one is sitting there crying with you and got some isopropyl green alcohol healing your wound. You know what I mean? I just want to say shout out to everybody that's taking the time to listen to me because I'm gonna give it up. I'm definitely gonna give it up. And a day one is one like Steve Gardner, who used to carry the Crown Royal bag, who used to go to Brags and Pitts, and who was one of the best boxers I've ever seen, and one of the best insane black gangster disciples that I've ever seen and known, or Danny Garden, Bernard Garden, you know, Pumpkin. and Marie, Horace, and Miss Garden. One thing I learned from the Garden family was not to be scared. I remember when Steve Garden fought a little man. He was from California. He was a Crip, Andre cousin, Betty's nephew, Pookie's cousin. Him and Steve fought, and they fought a classic grown man fight. And I wish that I could have the courage that they had to do what we do. And one day I went down to Bernard and Steve and them house. They were staying on the strip. And I was talking to Steve, and Steve was like, "Man, let's go to the stove." Steve was crunchy as hell. And rest in peace, Steve. I miss you. Ooh, don't you break down. I hate Steve. And you know what's amazing? It's amazing. It's amazing. Mm, I can do this. I can do this. I can convey this information without breaking down. Yeah, I can do this. Man, um, yeah, I can convey this. Mm. I have a photogenic memory, so it takes me right back to the spot, so I can still see Steve alive. So, get it right. Convey the message. Uh, yeah. Mm. Okay, cool. Yeah, I have a responsibility to get it right. So get it right. So, went down to Steve. We're not crying. Get it right, Michael. Get it right. Part of the process. Get it right. Get it right. Let me convey this message. Yeah. Cool. Mm. Ooh. Convey the message. Boom. Mm. So, young 13-year-old Michael Coates is in Hillside and he's hanging with people. Hey, uh, some days are easier than others when I'm stripping myself of my memories and my experiences. I'm not stripping myself to let them go. I just have to convey them appropriately. And it's my obligation to convey them appropriately. Thank you. I'm only human. And if you know me in person, I express my feelings. And whew, so boom. Ooh, let's get a hold of it. So 13-year-old Michael Coates is in Hillside in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And 13-year-old Michael Coates is aligning himself with people who are stronger than him, who will teach him how to be more confident, who can teach him. Ooh, it's gonna be a long one tonight. Ooh, get it together. So, ooh, young, sensitive Mike aligned himself with people that were stronger than him, that can help him become more confident and help him protect himself. You got this, Michael. You got this. Get it together. Get it together. And um oh, I definitely think everybody's saying that they praying for me. I don't need no prayers. Shit. Prayers didn't help me when people were putting their hands on me. So hell, prayer. It's cool to pray now, but I don't need no damn prayers. I'm just being me. You know, and talking about Steve Garden. Hell of a dude. Hell of a dude. Help me find my confidence. Who tell his story, King? Okay, cool. Boom. 13-year-old Michael Coates was sensitive and couldn't protect himself and was scared of everything, even scared, of air. His little brother Brian Coates, showed him courage, but Steve, Danny, Bernard, Pumpkin, and Marie, they were all strong. So I hung around them, and Danny, he put my first, capital G on my arm with a fully dressed, six, pitchforks, everything. My mother beat the hell out of me when she saw that, except for I stayed tried and true. You know what I'm saying? I'm an insane black gangster disciple. You know what I'm saying? And I hold the nation up proudly. You know, boom. So 13-year-old Michael Coates went down to the gardener's house one day, and Steve was like, "Walk with me to the store." And I looked at Steve. I was like, "Cool," because he was the leader. Steve was every bit of 5'4", 5'6" at the tallest. And y'all thank y'all for staying with me. While I broke down for a minute because I'm only human. I can only tell it the way I see it. And one thing about Steve, walking with Steve, he had the Crown Royal bag. And I want to say what's up to everybody. You know what I mean? And right now, definitely you are listening to 1438 North Ninth, the podcast. And I am your voice of choice conversation. My name is Michael Coates. And I'm in it right now because, I started this platform to strip myself of all my skeletons, my feelings, and everything that makes me me because I'm a strong ass man. You know what I mean? And you know, whew, the right people showing up. So this is me, tell a story, Michael. Tell a story with the heaviest weight that you have. Tell the story. Tell a story. So Steve and I walking to Jose's. Tell a story. Ah, I got this. I got this. Boom. Ah. So I go down to the Gardner House, you know what I mean? And it's on the strip. Gilly, everybody down there, who who was everybody? That was Rex, that was Crazy Will, that was Brian Beeman, Jerry Beeman, Dennis Alexander, that was Gilly, Gerald Gilly, you know what I'm saying? Going in and out. A bunch of us were squares. There was Dennis Alexander, Sheila Alexander, they mama, you know, that that there was Londa, Leonard Barham, John Barham, David Barham, you know what I'm saying, Leo Young, you know what I'm saying, his brother. So many I could name, you know what I'm saying? Reno, Crazy, Crazy Will, Big Tall Will, you know, Shakespeare, Shotgun, you know what I'm saying? We all across the world, except for Coon. Definitely. So we on the strip. And Steve and I, we walking to Jose's. Steve got a Crown Royal bag. And I'm talking to Steve, and I'm scared as hell. I'm like, Steve, it's just you and me. He looked at me, he said, "Man, you better not worry about a damn thing when you with me." And I looked at Steve Gardner. He had a classy curl. No, he had a carefree curl. He had a carefree curl. He had a carefree curl, used everything with the yellow bottle. We didn't know what King Curl was then. So we walk into Jose's. We leave Hillside Projects, and I feel like we left our safety zone because we council folks. And we walking through. We going through Latin Park. We walk through Mayflower Court, and we get up. On Lisbon, and then there's the Salvation Army, and the Mason. The Masonic Hall. And at 51 years old, I grew up to be a Mason. So I'm a traveling man. You know, I love you for that, Sean. I love you for that. And yeah, I'm a street talking motivational speaker. And as we walking through, we go over and Steve holding his Crown Royal bag. And the Crown Royal bag look heavy as hell. So I'm looking at him and we get to Jose's. And then there was a store next to Jose's. And Steve sees some people and he tense up and he grabbed me and he walked me back to the wall. If you knew where Jose's store was, on the side it was three big green industrial garbage cans, but it was enough space to stand there and kick it and talk that shit. And Steve pulled me back and he stood against the wall and he stuck his hand in the bag. It was a big fat ass three. It was a fat ass 38 with a brown handle. It looked it looked just like, what I mean, like on the TV shows and all that. And it was big as hell. And he looked at me and he said, "You better not fear nothing, you with me." And even though Steve was small as hell, Steve had the courage of a giant. The courage of a giant. Danny Garden, Algie. Mm. Yeah, I gotta tell this story. So yeah, Steve and Danny, they helped me with my courage, and Steve was a giant amongst men. No matter if we went to fight Trefo Mob, 19 Deacon, the 27 Adidas boys, no matter where we went, they knew who Steve Gardner was. They knew who Danny Gardner was. They knew who Bernard Big Face Ass is. I love you, Bernard. You know, Steve Garden and Danny Garden, you know, helped me become who I am. My courage, my strength, my little brother. Brian used to fight with Steve and Danny, but Algie used to hit hard as hell. Algie Johnson, my friend Algie, and I'm gonna end it, talking about Algie. Tell it, Michael. Tell it. Tell it. Tell your mama, tell your sister, tell a friend that the story is about to begin. Tell your mama I said hi, and tell your auntie I said don't ask why. Algie, Algie, Algie. If you don't know who Algie is, I'm gonna tell you who Algie Johnson is. Algie was somebody who was never scared, somebody who grew up not having what he was supposed to have. Algie was somebody who loved you for who you were. Tell it. Tell it, King. Tell it. Talk about and show the world. Friends. Ooh, I am feeling these spirits tonight. Uh, Algie. Algie and Kurt Ross. Man, talk about it. Algie and Kurt are somebody who taught me how to become a man. Oh, I gotta look at those comments later. Those comments hit me, especially from you, Sean, and everybody on here. Ah, Tell the experience, Michael. Tell it. Tell it. Thank y'all for bearing with me. Ooh, as I bear my soul, you know, I know this is not a night for fast talking. It's a night for fast listening and slow learning, or slow listening and slow thinking. Cause hell, tomorrow I'm gonna be on a whole different page. Give it up, Michael. Give it up. Give it up. Give it up. And like I said, Steve was a giant amongst men. Danny, Danny was a gladiator. Danny Garden, motherfucking gladiator. The people that I talk about weren't scared of nothing. Even Kurt. Kurt is still alive. Kurt Ross, not scared of nothing. Helped me become a man. Yeah. Never told you that, Kurt. Boom. But I gotta tell this one without crying, because this person's still alive, you know. Boom. His name, Black Kirk. We call him Sean, Demetrius Jones. One day I'm talking to Lovely Monroe. I like Lovely. I'm trying to get with Lovely. Ooh, I like Lovely. Lovely is dark, got a big mouth, black as hell, gorgeous. Lovely Monroe from Hillside Projects. And I'm sitting there talking to Lovely, but you know, we had clicks back then. I'm fucking with Big B, you know what I'm saying? We doing our thing. And Sean, old big built ass, he fucking with Ronnie McFadden, him, Stanley, Ronnie McFadden, Stanley, Black Sean, and who else was getting money with them? Oh, I don't know. Oh, Jen's brother. Uh, yeah, Jen's older brother. And let's not forget Tanya's baby daddy. What's his? What's his you know I know your name. Your skinny tall ass. Von Erich. Von Erich. Von Erich, Black Sean, Ronnie McFadden, Von Erich, Black Sean, Ronnie McFadden, Stanley, and you know they was fucking with that California money. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Ethel. You know what I'm saying? They was fucking with Raymond, Raynetta baby, Raynetta father. You know what I'm saying? They was having big money. So we standing on the strip, and this is about day one. And Demetrius Jones is the day one. And Lovely Monroe is the day one. Stanley is the day one. Von Erich is the day one. Tanya is the day one. Shamitha is the day one. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about hillside gods, hillside greats. And I'm standing there and I'm fucking with Big B, and I'm thinking like all of my chains and my jewelry will sway Lovely to fuck with me. And she looked at me. She started laughing. She said, "Mike, you look like a boy." I looked at her. I said, "What you talking about?" We standing right by her house, right by Ann in them house. If anybody know, we on the strip, and you know the house is right there, and then it's that little dip that go to the parking lot, and then it was Ann them house, and then it was Sharon them house, and Lovely them house. And you know, Lovely looked at me. She said, "Mike, you look like a boy." And I looked at her. I was like, "I'm having money." She started laughing. She said, "That's what I like coming." Demetrius Jones had on uh, a wife beater. He had on some blue FUBU shorts or some damaged shorts with a white belt, and he had on some white Adidas with some low cut tennis socks. And the boy black as hell. He looked like a Lego brick walking up to Lovely and myself. I felt like mush because I knew in a fight, Sean would have beat my motherfucking ass. Only thing I had was a pistol. a big ass fofo. Except for that's not acceptable when you fucking with your friends. You know, we used to fight back then. You know, I even fought Blade. I'll tell y'all about that. But when Sean walked up, one thing I will say, Demetrius Jones, to this day, the way you walked up as a black king, as a man, a young man, and we was figuring it out. We had pockets full of cocaine, we had drugs, and we were figuring it out what it was to be black men in a society that hated us. Our black queens, our friends, they're so beautiful. But the way you walked up that day, I still have that vision in my head to this day as a 51-year-old fucking man. And going through the surgeries that I went through these past couple years, I've lost my focus and my superpower. And every time I see you, you recharge my batteries. I love you. I love you so much, Sean. You know? And the fact that you just lost your brother to street violence, you know what I'm saying? It pains my heart and it hurts my heart. But the world gonna know who my friends are. We come from Hillside Projects in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. You know what I'm saying? And they call my friend Big Hurt. And he hurting right now. And he in pain. Except for to this day, I stay true to the weights and the iron because that young black motherfucking chessboard piece walked up to me. And one thing about Sean, he got the biggest motherfucking smile in the world. He humble with his power. He will break you down and he humble to his power. So I'm gonna fast forward. So I was hating on Sean and they had boxing gloves out. And Sean called me out because he wanted to beat my motherfucking ass. And I wanted to prove to Sean that I could beat his ass. But I ain't know Sean was going to Brags and Pitts, you know what I'm saying, up there learning boxing. That mog he had a washboard stomach, a brick for a chest. His shoulders were 40-ounce holders. His biceps were balloons. His forearms looked like Popeye. I thought he had a can of spinach in his pocket. And I love my friend to this day. Yeah, y'all getting it tonight. Yeah, y'all getting it tonight. Yeah. I done got past the emotion. Now back to the storytelling. Yes. Thank you all for living with me and going back through my experiences and my time because I can feel it. I can smell it. I can see the air. I can feel the sun. I can look at Lovely laughing at me before she got her braces and had a space between each tooth. Laughing at me with that beautiful body, big booty, small waist, gorgeous thighs. Mama had a job, didn't worry about nothing. And she chose Demetrius Jones and had twins by him. I love my friends. Those are day ones. My day ones ain't left me. I got a multitude of day ones, and I can tell a story. Purvis, Ethel, you know, Andre that just died, you know. I can tell you about the bag lunches with the apple juice, the apple, and the bologna sandwich. And when you walk into get out of the emotion, tell it. And to this day, even wearing this shirt right here, I feel like I look like Sean Demetrius Jones. I'm a fucking brick. I am a brick of a man. I am dedicated to a healthy lifestyle for the rest of my life. I lost my focus for a few years and got into the bottle, into my nose, and a few things. Except for tonight is a turning point. I'm back at my grizzle. I'm back being me. Except for, like I said, I started this channel to give y'all my heart, my mind, my body, and my soul. What will I retain? I'm going to retain myself, and I'm going to retain who I am and elevate myself above the clouds and walk on the rhythms of life as I give it up to you and give back. I am a product of my environment. No matter how high I rise, you're going to see me August 5th in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And the world has to know because I need to create a jersey that only Hillside people have, Latin people have, and Mayflower Court people have. And you have to come get the jersey from me. You have to have an address, a history, and because if you're not, my jerseys will not be duplicated. And I will say this though, Loud Pack, my little nephew, gonna have a hand in it. Little Tatum, little Larry Tatum, little Larry Tatum Jr. You know what I mean? My nephew gonna have a say so in how I make these jerseys. Ain't no anybody coming. It's gonna be a Loud Pack design. And if you don't know who Loud Pack is, that's little Larry Tatum Jr., my little nephew, you know? And to Larry, I'm gonna throw an olive branch out to you. Larry Tatum Sr., I still love you as a big brother. And if anybody know Larry Tatum Sr., show this man this video. I still love you as a big brother. You have a chance to apologize and still be who you are in my life and be part of this new future. Or you could be part of a footprint. You, Hollis, and E, you should have defended me when they attacked my character, Larry, but you chose not to. And the memories that you brought up and stomped and trampled on me for, that's why I said goodbye to y'all. E, you have a chance, and Hollis. I love y'all. I love y'all to death. I don't want to walk through this life without y'all, except for I will if you do not apologize from your heart and come to Chicago. My address is 2016 West Estes, Estes Avenue, apartment 2N, Chicago, Illinois, 60645. If anybody know any of those three, y'all have a chance to still be a constructive part of my life because we're going to break it down on air. And I still love y'all. I lost 90 years in 30 minutes. I do have a room for second chances. And I miss y'all. I miss our camaraderie. I miss what we've built. And I miss who y'all are. And I miss who we are. Larry, you're my safe point. You're my big brother. You should always defend the person character that loves you because I love you. So if anybody know one of them three fucks, let them know or let them see this video. Y'all have an opportunity to still be a part of my life. If not, I'm gonna say vroom vroom. Hayabusa. You got to August 5th to say you're sorry. If not, then cool. I will have these jerseys ready. Who am I? I am Michael Coates. I am the conduit through which the world would know who Hillside, Lampton Park, and Mayflower Court is. I'm not just sitting here talking and rambling. I'm not hurting. I'm giving y'all my experiences and how I learned it and what I learned on this planet. That is my platform and my footprint for walking on this earth. Yeah, I'll put my address out there because I'm protected by a legion of people. If there's anybody out there that want to cause me harm, you know I'm a goblin. You know I'm a goon. I put my address out there because I am a motherfucking purveyor of pain. I process what you don't think. I am Bane. You can only talk about the darkness. I was born in the motherfucking darkness. I could tell you what grooming is, incest is. I could tell you what familiar bonds is. I could tell you what getting touched by your uncle is. I could tell you what getting beat up is. And I can also tell you about overcoming. I am a multitude of pain. If there's anybody out there that want to cause me struggle and strife, I invite you. I will eat you up and I will digest you and not spit you out or not let you go. I am who I am. I hear you. I hear you, little junior. Yeah, except for I'm cool to cry. With all them whoopings and extension cords and getting beat with sticks and shit, hell yeah, I can cry. I don't care about crying. And yeah, I'll put my address out there because it ain't too many motherfuckers eating like I'm eating. And like I said, I'm protected by a legion of people, doctors, lawyers, aldermen, strategists, life coaches. And the Jewish community loves me, and I love the Jewish community because the Jewish community has been an impactful impact in my life. And my friends know if I send up the bat signal, there ain't too many. Don't come to my bowl if you're not ready to eat. So no, I don't need no prayers, no hugs, none of that. I'm just being me and I'm giving me up. Yeah, I'm a bad motherfucker. I give up my address. I give up my location. Don't nobody want to pull up. I'm not inviting you to pull up. You do not pull up if you're not somebody that I know or somebody that has my number. And here go my number. 773-501-195 motherfucking 4 1954. If you don't know me, don't call me. If you don't know me, put stress in my life. Turn my smile into a frown. You do not want to do that. Don't come to me if you ain't willing to lose because I'm going to win at all times. It's not a threat. It's not a guarantee. Most people don't put their information on the internet, and neither do I. Neither do I. Why did I? Because I can. Why did I? Because I walk with a godlike energy and I'm a demigod. Why did I? Because I am Michael Maurice motherfucking Coates. And there's not a rich motherfucker out here that you do not have all the information. Is how they move. Is how they move. Do I keep it on me? That's a question that only you can answer. Just know this though. Just know this. Let me pull all you motherfuckers in. And on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Oh fuck. Community standard guidelines. Oh shit. I apologize for fucking up the community standard guidelines. Hello. How y'all doing? What is a day one? A day one is somebody that is still here from day one. If you somebody that I want to get in contact with, get in contact with me. If you somebody that want to bring some pain, you really don't want to do that. But I'll say this though. So we gonna get into the beautiful part of this. One of my friends, his name is Junior, and he got some sauces out there. And nigga, you coming to Chicago and you gonna do a podcast, and we're gonna talk about growing up. I'm so proud of you. You know, go to at littlejuniorsauces.com and order all of my man's sauces. I don't care if you don't send me no stars or nothing. Go in Walmart, go in your stores, and buy my friend's sauces. He from Hillside, baby. He come from a legion of people. And where we come from, if one of us buy just one of his sauces, it'll be over 100,000. So wherever you at, Arizona, Texas, Chicago, Milwaukee, wherever you at, you know, and if you're in Milwaukee, go to Milwaukee Daiquiri Club. That's another one of my friends. You know what I'm saying? Milwaukee Daiquiri Club. You know what I'm saying? That's Big Finch and Big Tracy. You understand? You know, go holler at my friends because I'm definitely going to holler at my friends, you know, and lift them up and let them feel the financial and the black power of the, the black dollar and the black vote. It is what it is. What is a day one? What does it take to be day one? Everybody, I love y'all. I am peeling myself open like an orange, like a onion, and I'm gonna tell it. I'm gonna tell it for what it is. And for all of my friends that are all connected, that are doing businesses, we are a construct of who we are. Let's start that interweb promoting each other businesses because I'm gonna move. I move with a legion of people. I was born in Chicago, Illinois. You know what I mean? Not at a hospital, at a maternity home. I can't even get my records. You know what I mean? So God bless y'all. Thank y'all for taking the time. Tonight then, Jack, I'm giving it up for real. And I come from this little place in Chicago, Illinois called the Florence Critton Home. It's a maternity home. But then I was on the west side, baby. West side. West side always the best side. You know what I'm saying? Van Buren. I'm off the west side, baby, Van Buren. But growing up on the southeast, on 84th and East End, 1727, that was my grandmama house. And they had a house in Michigan. But when my mama, we was in the Taylor's Viage, not the red building. And I never wanted to be a lord. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, and what it ain't, it never be. But I love y'all. And I am giving myself up to let you know who I am, what I am. I am a street talking motivational speaker. My name is Michael Maurice Coates. My friends call me Big Hillside. I come with a legion. Latin Park, you know what I'm saying? Mayflower Court, and most definitely in 1438 North Ninth, the podcast. Brought to you by Brian Fitzgerald Coates' brother. Tashina Marie Coates' brother. Charmaine Coates' son, and Robert Waterwald's son, known as Bobby Big Red. Know your motherfucking place. Thank y'all.